Welcome back everyone to Guild Wars 2. So today I thought I might do something a little bit different. I was going to test out the different Necros in the new build, the beta build. Of course it sounded a lot better on paper than it's probably going to be in actuality. But, so what I did was offline, I made a Reaper, a Scourge, and a Harbinger. Of course this is my other Reaper, my Reaper main. But so we're going to start out, we're going to look at the new sword, dual sword, double sword, whatever. We'll see. And of course, the tool tips. And here's my practical advice about creating any character. You always want to make sure
Give up yet?
you read these tool tips on something real close so you know what it does. So this is the Reaper. We get over here somewhere where I'm not actually being attacked, or we can discuss it without being aggroed. Let's go right here a minute. Alright, so of course they got double swords, as you can see. I gave her two swords.
You were
And
right. Those Naraduals were
so
selling
this is
fake Ascension magic to the followers at first camp.
of course you can't read that
Of course,
top
with your
one.
help. Victory
Not enough
with Anvil
room on the
Warrior.
screen.
Let Anvil ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably not the best place to choose to try to do one of these videos, but we'll get going here in a minute. We're just warming up. Alright, so the first one says, I don't know what the top one up there says. Can't really read it. It just says something about piercing, projection, your blade, heal if a target is struck. Healing is reduced for each target beyond the first. So I'm guessing what that means is you heal yourself when you strike a target. It doesn't really say anything else about healing anybody else, so you're healing yourself. Alright, so now the next one says Innervation Echo Chain. Fire another wide piercing projectile from your blade. So that one up top must be a wide piercing projectile too. Alright, so then the third one, the Deadly Innervation Chain. Fire an even wider piercing projectile that inflicts chill. So the second one uh, heals you, but the additional hit healing is only 40, whereas the first one's 42. They both pierce, they both have a range of 900. And this third one in the chain is fire an even wider piercing projectile that inflicts chill. So you cause damage, you heal, you get an additional heal, and then on top of that, you cause chill. And that's up to 5 targets. Okay, so that's the number one weapon skill point, whatever. All right, number two says Ravenous Rave. Send a wave of necrotic energy cascading toward your target. Gain life force if you hit an enemy. Reactivate the skill to inflict additional damage on all targets hit by the wave. So we're doing the wave. You get 1983 damage. You get 10% life force of 1981. You get 5 targets that pierce in a range of 900. The next one says Satiate. Sacrifice health to inflict additional damage on all targets hit by the wave, dealing additional damage to targets below the health threshold. The health threshold is 50%. Okay. So, I guess you can do it once, but have to see what it. All right. Anyway, number 3 is Path to Gluttony. Dash forward, releasing dark energy on nearby targets. Damage enemies hit and heal per target hit with reduced healing beyond the first. This skill can be reactivated to dash again. So once again you get healing, but if I'm understanding this right, I'm guessing it's like self-healing. I don't know if you're healing anybody around you. Number of targets 5. So does that mean, oh no, you can hit up to 5 targets with the skill, I guess. Control plus mouse to enable attack. This only has a range of 450, so you got to be in pretty close. Oh yeah, because you're dashing forward. So that's taking you right. You're getting stuck in. Sacrifice health to dash again. Corrupt boons on enemies struck. Damage, first hit healing, additional hit healing. Boons converted to conditions 2. Number of targets 5, and your range is reduced and the radius is 240. So that's your gorge, your path of gluttony. So you're just being a big old pig about it. Alright, so now the next one is Hungering Maelstrom. Create a dark maelstrom that deals damage, inflicts vulnerability, and steals health. Reactivate this skill to inflict additional damage and conditions on all targets hit by the maelstrom. So in this one you get damage, you get life siphon damage, and then you get some healing, and you get additional healing, and then you cause vulnerability, plus 5 incoming damage, plus 5 incoming conditional damage. So is that on you? Yeah, because it inflicts vulnerability and steals health, but I don't know that it steals health from the target. Reactivate this skill to inflict additional damage. And then you got Gormadize, which seems to be a meme here that I've been hearing a lot on other people's videos and Twitch streams. Everybody's Gormadizing. And that name has really caught on. It says sacrifice health to inflict additional damage and conditions on all targets hit by the maelstrom. You're Gormadized. So that's the reason why I'm thinking where it says vulnerability is 8 seconds, that's vulnerability to yourself. And chill, that's minus 66% movement and minus 60% skill recharge rate. So this is the famous Gormadize. Huh. Okay. But it's got a cooldown. This one here and this one here had a cooldown, but it acted like you could reactivate them or something. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm not understanding that. And then we've got in the 5th weapon skill is fire an orb of death magic that inflicts enemies hit with persistent damage and grants life force. Reactivate the skill to recall the orb toward you and cause it to inflict fear. Okay, consume. Sacrifice health to recall the orb towards you and cause it to inflict fear. So this is fear. That's Gormadize. That's the wave. No, there's the wave. What's this one? This is the gorge. Wave, gorge, Gormadize, and consume. All right. So now these weapon skills don't change no matter which class you're on. They're going to stay the same. So I don't know if it really makes any difference. Of course, with the Reaper build, I did make the Reaper. Uh, I tried to make it into like a DPS Reaper. So I gave a Berserker with Scholar Runes, all Berserker except some of these I couldn't change. Well, at least I thought I could change them. I don't know if you can change the customize. Let's see. Yeah, maybe you can. Alright, let's put that over here then. And then this one. We want to make these berserker. Put that right there. And then this looks like this is marauders. Right? Yeah. And that's marauder. That's not marauder. Alright. So we got double sword and then staff. Of course, we're not going to be using the staff. And we're running curse, our blood magic, soul reaping, and reaper. So let's see. Let's see how long it takes to kill a target with just the number 1 skill. Let's try these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. Okay. It didn't really look like I lost any health or activated the barrier anyway. So what was it, 7 or 8? Let's try this bad boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on him. Probably depends on the toughness of the... So let's see, sand deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Give up yet?
8, 9. 9 that time. I just let's see, Gormadize. I wonder why it don't keep hitting target though. Now that time I lost some health, but it wasn't Gormadize the one where you give up some health? Yeah, sacrifice health to inflict additional damage. Alright, so you're gonna have to be kind of careful about doing that if you're running a real glass cannon kind of build. Now let's do a combination. Ooh, boy. Wow. That's pretty good to get right in the middle of a bunch of them, wasn't it? Alright. Let's see if we can find us another group over here. Here's a veteran. Let's see how well we do against him. I'm not going to hit the one with the...
Refreshing. I might not make it.
I return to the air.
All right. Well, it's not too bad. I mean, it cleans out your enemies okay, but there's still a little bit of a fight, even though it's like set up for a DPS kind of thing. A lot more players got here. Let me see if I can go to another place. A lot of times I go to test these new builds is right over here. Let's see. Let's go here. Well, the self-healing is pretty good, but then you got to be careful when you decide to use the one that inflicts or sacrifices your own health. Uh-oh. Let's check it out here where all these guys are at. Uh-oh. Something behind me.
Give up yet?
Offer your existence in support of Bobby. Contact your local Northern Crescent representative or assistance with awakening.
Uh-oh. I'm dead. Let me get back over here and reset. Oh no. Where's the one at that I just about have dead?
Help me over here.
Yeah, they got me. These guys are pretty tough right in here, weren't they? Let's try it again. So the 1 and 2 skill is pretty fun. I mean, they're flashy and all that. The animations are kind of cool, but let's see. Now, which one is it? This one, starting at 3, 4, and 5. But both of them, they all say that they give you some healing, but I guess you can get overwhelmed on your healing if you take too much damage. The range is not great, but so I mean, this is definitely almost within melee range, really.
That's refreshing.
So I just sacrificed some health there.
Not enough endurance.
Nidda.
See, I'm not getting my healing though when I hit stuff. Or either I'm being overwhelmed, my healing. Oh, about the time I hit the thing to heal, they got me again. Out of range. So probably gonna die again.
Assistance, please.
I might not make it.
Probably just best to die. Yeah, see, I don't know if it's really working the way I understand it to work. I mean, my understanding was I'm supposed to get some healing back even after on a hit. So that was the reason why I was swapping back over to another skill. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, it's giving me a little bit back. Okay. So it's just she's you can't hardly take you can't take hits. You got to be the one doing the damage. You
Maybe
can't
we'll
tank a
think twice
hit,
next
in
time.
other words. Let me regen my health. Well, there's another player there, so let's move on. Let's find one more group that's usually fairly tough to fight, and we'll see. Of course, now I don't have this optimized either, as far as like the trinkets, and I mean I tried to get it as close as I possibly could, but so right there I didn't really lose any health. I mean, I wasn't draining health like I normally do, so, but I didn't use any of these three back here that causes you to sacrifice health. Let's see what happens if I go against an aggressive vulture. Okay, so I used 1, 2, and 3 that time. I don't think this is going to let me keep this, though. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, that's 1, 2, and 3. That's the chain. Now that's 2. So that's just 1 and 2. Did 2 have a chain? No. So if I just target with 2, let's see. Let's just target with 2, nothing else. And I didn't even re-hit it. I just hit it once. Let's see what happens when you hit it after a chain. 1, 2, 3, hit. Now that time I lost some health. But wasn't it supposed to cause more damage? Alright. So let's go 1, 2, 3, hit again. Okay. Well, let's see. Number 3 is the gluttony. This is where you dash forward. What's the range on this? 450. So you got to be pretty close. Here's a tough dude right here. Let's do 3 on him.
Give up yet?
Ooh, that cost me some help. That cost me a lot of help.
I'm exposed. I will need more endurance. That's refreshing.
Where'd he go? What the hell? Lost my target. So he just outfought me there. Okay.
I need help.
You got to be careful about using those uh, weapon skills that takes your life force. And I've never been a big fan of that. Uh, where you sacrifice your life force for supposedly to cause more damage. But I'm not really seeing it. Let's see. Let's come back over from this one over here. Let me read that tooltip one more time. Okay, so it says Gorge. Sacrifice health to dash again. Corrupts boons on enemy struck. So the first time you should get healing, and then an additional hit you get healing. So you only get healing twice, I guess. So if you swap over, you're not getting a lot of healing off of off number one. Or two, you're getting a little bit more healing from three. But you got to be careful because you sacrifice health on three. And then you get life, cyper, and healing on four. Okay, 3 and 4 you get more healing, but you're also sacrificing some of your health. So you sacrifice health to inflict additional damage and wait, and conditions hit by the maelstrom. So the maelstrom, where's maelstrom? Thought I read that somewhere. Oh, this is 4. Okay. So 4 is hunger and maelstrom, and your Gorman dies. I don't know. Let's try it on these Iboga down here and see. Let's hit him with number 4. Now I'm sacrificing health. And that was supposed to cause more damage, but I didn't see any numbers off of it. 2. Alright. Huh. Let's go against this veteran Jacaranda over here. 4. 4 again. I don't know. Alright. So that's the Reaper with dual swords and Berserker type build. Alright. So we're going to come back to her later, but we're going to change her over to a Necromancer. Let's go over to, let's see how well Let's see how well our Scourge does. I got short Scourge here. Short Scourge. Alright, so on the Scourge, we've got her with Curses, Soul Reaping, and Scourge. I'll let you look at that stuff.
Yes, watch out,
And then these are like, I try to make these into PvE builds. So these, I'm not recommending these builds be used anywhere else but in PvE.
This could turn out one of
And
two
then the
ways.
amount of the equipment we got on her is carrying. I think that's what came with it. And ordinarily I would say to use Viper, but I just went with the closest condition damage type that they had. That they, you know. So let's see how well she does. Now all this stays the same. Activate.
Go forth, my undead minion.
Let's see. She's got two swords, and like I said, the swords don't really change. So I don't know if it really makes a difference on what class you're running with them or not. It's probably gonna have to do with what class you're using, or what type of
And that's
build.
how
Like
amazing
this is
I
a
am.
Condi Scourge here. Okay. Now the Condi Scourge
That's my blood.
seems to be holding up a little better under the sacrifice and the health. Now that cast time is kind of slow. The damage is not as much as it was on Reaper, but that's to be expected. Condi type builds are always a little bit slow. That cast there on number 4 on the Gormadize. Alright. Let's see if we put her in the mix with, see what happens if we find more than one opponent. Here we go. Well, these are about dead here. So that done. Let's see what happens with the branded over here. Now, I'm noticing that under the whenever you activate the sacrifice your health, it doesn't seem to drop as much as it did with the Berserker Reaper, or DPS Reaper I should say. Now that's locked onto the Choya. Let's fight this Jin.
Lacking endurance.
She's holding her own. She's just a slow fight. Of course, like I said, I would recommend trying to use Viper gear if you're gonna do a Condi build. I was trying to think. There's another.
Can always summon more.
Now I don't know. We may try to test that out. We may have to create another hole. Uh,
Oh, this one's kind of cute.
it's just a long fight.
How'd that feel? Excruciating?
Trying to work out a good combination. Yep, I'm down. The fight just took so long to. You're not really causing enough damage by yourself. I might be able to get her back up, maybe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I know of a good use for
Oh,
this.
I don't know.
Look! Life after death!
Try to get out of there. Hopefully they won't come after me. There we go. I don't know. Uh-oh. I'm trying to absorb what I just saw. Three dashes you forward. Alright. Let's get over here where we can go over to the other map. You've got a little bit more health too with this one. Of course, that depends on the armor. We're using this carrion, and see, there's vitality on carrion. Let's go over to the other test field. I'm in combat. I guess
I hear an angry Nord is
Yeah,
showing signs
yeah.
of lay enhancement. Go
dude
get
followed me halfway across the map, didn't he? Little Choya, he was upset. Alright. Now maybe we can teleport over here to the other battlefield. Let's go over here. Or, this one here, right? I'm trying to see if I can find those tougher enemy guys we fought earlier on the Reaper. Did I miss my turn? Down here, maybe. Yeah.
And that's how amazing I am.
Now this build's a little bit tankier, but it's just slower to, it's not causing as much damage. So this might be condition. Scourge might be something you want to run like in a group maybe. I'm still undecided as to whether or not the healing you get from these weapon skills affects more than just you or not. See, this one here, she's able to take more damage. I haven't seen her health really dropping that much. Now that cast time on the number 4 skill is a little slow. Could be interrupted, I'm thinking. Now that was pretty quick damage. I wonder why the Condi damage works more on these creatures than the DPS did.
How'd that be? Excruciating?
It's hard to use that number 4 on a target that's moving. Okay, now that time she dropped a little bit of health, but I did use a sacrifice life weapon skill.
A good night's rest revitalizes your waking work for the king. Night shift and awaken. Report immediately.
Yeah. See, she's taking damage from other, and that's always been a problem in all the games. If you're like in melee combat, and you've got another opponent that's ranging you, you're gonna go down a lot faster than if you're just like, say, straight melee. Or so you always want to try to take these rangers out first if you're going to try to melee. Like this class here is a melee class, but these other 2 sharpshooters was the one that was plinking me down. For some reason I thought it was a lot closer. I guess not. Let's try it one more and then we'll swap over to a Harbinger. Let's see what we can get into down here. Here's a bunch of them here. Uh-oh. I'm gonna do that.
Should have given that one brains.
Structural integrity
Uh-oh.
compromised.
Get out of there.
Accelerating.
Oh. Couldn't get away. It's not good trying to solo a whole bunch of enemies at one time.
Help!
I might be able to get her
I'm back and brilliant.
revised. Try to reset. Alright. Reset back to full health. It's funny, over on the other place she was tanking hits, but here it seems like whenever you got more than one opponent ranging you, not really able to deal with that very well. You got to really. I wonder why that is. Why some damage they're able to tank and others they're not. Converts might to enemies, links to allies.
I failed you, Balthazar.
Okay. One more. Huh. Let's see if we can find one more fight and then we'll swap over to see, yeah, here's some bad guys up here. Let's try these guys on. Start early.
Endurance deficiency.
Now, I'm not using anything else but mainly just her weapon skills. I still don't like the deal where you lose, where you're giving up health to cause damage, because it doesn't really seem like you're causing that much damage, and it doesn't seem like you're really getting it back, the life or heal that you're supposed to be getting. Yeah.
Help me! Hurry!
I might be able to get her back
I'm
up.
back and brilliant.
Of course, I used it to escape. Let's try this. Oh. Missed. Would be nice if I had him targeted, right? I'm not punching anybody. I'm just going to let it auto attack.
I failed you, Balthazar.
Alright. Here's a war mage. Let's start out with number. Let's start the attack on 3.
There is no escape for you.
Oh, he ran right into the thing. Let's try 3 again. Auto attack, and now 2. 2 again. Let's do 4. Slow cast time. 2. And then auto attack. Well, that wasn't too bad. She didn't lose a lot of health that time. Let's see what these jokers do. Start out with 2. Let's go 3. Get in close. Auto attack. 1. Chain all the way through. Now let's do 2. 3 again. Alright. That seems to be working a little better when you stay stuck in. Alright. Let's double check that. If you get close in and stay stuck into your enemy rather than trying to range them with the swords. Let's see what happens. Let's get over here to where there's a little bit tougher opponents. One of these forge guys. 3. And now auto attack on 1. And then 2. course, we had another player had to come interfere, but let's come over here to these guys. Let's start the attack on 3. Auto attack. 2. 4. 4 again. 5. 5 again.
Maximum pain.
Oh,
I'm too smart to keep down.
these are just some tough things. Let me get my health back. Taking some damage. This guy here is chasing me. I gotta get on him.
Help me. I'm hurt.
Auto attack. 2. 3. Up. Ah. See, those things that give you more health on hit was on cooldown. So I don't know.
Hurry.
Plus I'm being ranged again from over here. I'm just gonna let her die, and then I'm gonna swap over to the Harbinger and see. So that was a Condi Scourge there, which I don't know. Condi Scourge might be better, like if you're gonna be in a group, maybe. If you're getting some support from other players. Let's go over to the Harbinger. Alright, so with the Harbinger, we're doing Celestial with Harbinger. Celestial, Rune of the Dalyak. I think this is what they gave me. I think. I'm not sure. If they gave me this, or if this was carrions that I'd swapped over the Celestial. Yes, all Celestial stuff. Okay. It's got Rune of the Dalyak on it over here, which gives you toughness, vitality, toughness, vitality, toughness, toughness. Let's see what build did I come up with. I've got Curses, Soul Reaping, and Harbinger. Now Harbinger is supposed to be with pistols, so I really don't know how well this is going to work with swords. Alright. Let's try it out and see. That's just the auto attack chain.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Let's come over here and take on these hyenas. I did 3 and 2. Now I'm in the auto attack. Let's do 4. Gorma dies. That's alright, but like I said, I'm just not a big fan of any kind of skill or trait that draws life from your character. to, you know, makes you weak to cause damage. I've never been a big fan of that because it, to me, it leaves you vulnerable. Now we're just using a combination of things.
I'm bleeding.
We're trying to stay stuck in. So it seems like on all these classes, if you can hang in there close to your opponent, you're causing a little bit more damage. And then 4 is supposed to give you.
Standing. Barely.
Okay. Huh. Let's go over to the other place. Alright. Let's see how she does over here at the oh, it's down this way. Let's go right here. Okay. I'm confused on which way to go. I accidentally hit 4. Ooh, that's a champion dude. I don't want to take him on because I don't think she can handle a champion by herself. Let's try it though and see what happens.
Time to do some real damage.
Do we not have a break bar of any kind? Oh no, I'm not seeing any kind of damage happening on that champion. Solo champion anyway. Let's move on. Here we go. Find some of these guys we can pick on. Oh boy, Choi. Auto attack on 1. Alright, and now we're going to start with 2. This takes you into the auto attack of 1. Let's go 3. Get in close.
Oh, shiny.
Okay. So it might be better if you stay in close on your intended target. We're going to get close and then do 3, which is a dash. Let's do 4. And gormatize. Alright, let's take on this guy. Let's do 3 to open. Auto chain, let's do 2. Now 4. 4 is a slow cast time. We're going to gormatize. Okay. Is that a player? We'll let that player fight those guys. Let's do 3. Auto attack. Now 2. Let's get out of the fire. Alright. let that player fight them on their own. Let's try this aggressive vulture. 3. New build available. Your game will restart in 2 hours. Okay. 2. Alright. Well, just gonna have to play with it some once they finally do release it to determine which class is would be better to have the double swords. I'm still thinking Reaper. I haven't seen anybody else discuss the Necromancer on the double sword. I think the initial video I saw, they were thinking it was going to be like, you know, the heal Necro. But you're healing, but it seems like you're only healing yourself, and even then you're not really healing for a lot. Let's go over here and try one more other thing. We're gonna take the Beta Reaper, and we're gonna change her into just a core Necro. So what we'll do is we'll come down here. We're gonna take. Let's see. We got Blood Magic, Soul Reaping. Let's change this to, I don't know, maybe Death Magic. Okay, that's Undead Minions, which I'm thinking if you're a core Necro, you're starting out playing, you're not going to have access to anything real special. Let's try the Spite instead. You could do Death Magic if you were, and most new players are probably going to do that because they want to use the minions. But in this instance, I think I'm just going to use the Spite. Chilling a foe inflicts, because I know one of your things chills. Consume additions to gain health when you're using a heal skill. Not really using a heal skill much. Deal increased strike damage with no boons. Focus and axe skills recharge faster. Let's do number 3, because I think it's 4 does the chill. Or is it 5? Maybe 3. One of these chills. Here it is, the third number 1 in that chain chill. So we'll use Chill of Death. Cast lesser spot on a foe when attacking them while their health is low. That might be good. Might grant you more power and less condition damage. Okay. Remove boons. Chill your target and remove up to 3 boons, dealing extra damage based on number of boons removed. It's a toss-up between this one or this one. Let's try this one here. It says inflicting fear, deal increased strike damage. Let's do that one. Okay. Alright, so this is just a core Necromancer with dual swords. We want to go back over here. Where do we want to go? Kind of turned around. We want to go over here to the foundry. Let's see how well this works out. I wish I had my legendary light armor set completed where I could just go in there and change these around to the different armor classes and play around and see which would be the optimal to use the double swords with. Cause I can't really tell, except for maybe Condi Scourge, when you got in close to the enemy, seemed to hold up a little better. Alright, that wasn't too bad, just using basic attack. Let's come over here. There's too many players always hovering around over here. I want to try to get one target.
Maybe we'll think twice next
Now I'm
time.
going to use two. I'm staying in, intentionally staying in close. So she's holding up pretty well. Now you got to remember, this is all Berserker build. Except for I think she does have some Marauders trinkets on. Oh, yeah, there's a couple of Marauders things here that I didn't change. One and two. I'm gonna try 4. That caused a lot of damage. That worked out better than it has in the previous builds. So yeah, I think I've definitely made up my mind that it's best for you to stay in close to your, even though you've got a 900 range on these swords, it's better if you stay close as you can. Get stuck in, as they say. Now let's use 2. We're going to do 3. And now 4. The cast time there using 4 seemed to be a lot faster than it did on the other classes. I wonder why that is. Or is it just me and my perception is off? Okay, that's just the basic chain there. Okay, now this guy, let's see how well she does against multiple targets.
Not enough endurance.
Stay close.
Give up yet?
3. Alright, so she held up against that guy better than the other classes. Or the core Necro did. Now it could just be the player too. I may not be doing the right, because you know all these classes, somebody's always going to take the time to find the right rotation. I'm being attacked over here by this guy. Dash in, stay in close. 2. Let's hit him with 4. Okay. Core Necro's holding up pretty good. Alright. Let's go down here and mix in with where you got more than one enemy. Okay, we're going to start this fight with a dash. We're going to follow up with 2. Now we're going to do 4. We're going to gormatize. And then we're getting out of there. Let's go against this guy. 2. I'm going to try to heal. 5. Okay. Because I think 3, 4, and 5 are supposed to give you better heals if you hit your targets, which she held up pretty good against those guys. So if you're a brand new player and you want to run Necromancer and you see the double swords, it's not a bad deal. Now here's a whole bunch of opponents. Let's see what happens when you've got a whole bunch of targets. There's supposed to be up to 5 targets. She handled those pretty well. And I'm not even using any food or nothing either. I just thought about that. Let's see something. Let's go in here and change. Let's change from spite to death magic, because you know that the new player is going to want to run minions. Minions have increased health, gain carapace. Poison damage is increased. I don't think you're not really inflicting any poison type damage with the swords. Lose a condition with it. So let's do the minions. Carapace stacks power or grants power and condition damage. If you're disabled, gain protection, incoming condition damage is reduced. Minions deal more damage than take conditions from you. Let's do that one. And regenerate health essence shroud. Inflicting a condition on a foe grants carapace. I don't. Well, you are, because some of those on that first chain does inflict a condition. All right. So this one here. Let's use this as a minion. So let's call our minion. Now we're running a core
Your time has
Necro
again
with
lost
Berserker
soul.
gear. We're going to do 3, 2, 1, 2 again. Let's get close. She's holding her own pretty good. Let's go against this. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Give up yet?
Not holding her own too good. No. All right. All right. These range. Let's go back over here. So we're using death magic and minion. All right. Three. Auto chain on 1, 2. Okay. Now, Choya is really not the toughest opponent you can go against, but we're just trying to see if we can work out a good rotation. That caused a lot of damage when I hit the 2. 3, get in close, stuck in. 1, auto chain. Now, oh, 2 has come too late. Oh, here's somebody shooting me from back here. 3 to get stuck in. Oh, he's running. 2. Alright. We just want to see. And of course, you wouldn't be in these maps if you're a core. You would be in some of the other maps, which is probably going to do pretty good, I think. So I wouldn't have any problem with recommending dual swords for a core Necro. I might not recommend death magic though, but maybe spite would be better. let's try this one here. 3 to get in close. Stay stuck in on the chain. 2. Now that took pretty good care of that one. 3, dash in. Chain. Now 2. We're taking damage from over here, this guy. Let's do 4. Let's gourmandize. This guy here is shooting me. Let me heal up.
I won't miss next time.
Well, you didn't miss this time. There's that veteran guy, but I need to get rid of this guy here. Let him knock him down before I go in there. 2. That pretty good work on him. 3 to get in. Nope, I'm still on cooldown on 3. How much is a cooldown on 3? Now I can get in. Okay, let's do 4. Oh, it didn't work. 2. 3 to get stuck in. 2. 5. Okay. Alright. So some of it is just the rotation you choose to use. You gotta, I'll have to work on it to see which is to be the best rotation. But I don't have any problem with recommending dual swords with core Necro. So I think if I was going to rank them, I would say core Necro, Reaper, and then it's a tie between Harbinger and Scourge. And then too, it might have a lot to do with the builds itself. You know, like what you choose on your, like here I had blood magic, but I don't know if like curses and death magic might be better. You know, I have to play with that too. I mean, it's fun. It's pretty mobile. So that's the beta on the Necro with the double swords.